Hello Collective, it's Ali here once again. Welcome back to my channel. It's good to have you all back, and if you are new here, welcome, welcome. It's always great to have new energy in the readings. Before I actually dive into the reading itself, I did want to make a confession to you all, so thank you for your time in advance. I know that this week, especially with the new moon in Scorpio, I've been discussing with you guys that the energies around this time are going to be quite turbulent, okay, very, very heavy, rooted in like sadness and feelings of unworthiness, possibly very low vibrational energies, very negative, negative feelings. And Spirit has been reminding us that this period is going to have a light at the end of the tunnel, okay? So if things feel very heavy, you feel very burdened, heavy shoulders, heavy head, and just disheartened overall. Spirit has been reminding us through the cards here, through my readings, that it is going to come to an end, okay? There's always a beginning and an end here. And often what can happen with negative emotions is that it feels as if they stick around a little bit longer than positive energies. Positive moments can feel very full, but also very fleeting. So my confession today is that it was a really tough day for me, you guys. Now, nothing happened to me like physically, like I'm not sick or anything. I'm not hurt in any way. Just the amount of pressure I've been feeling, particularly today, to meet the expectations of others. It was really getting to me today. I don't think I was as good with my boundaries as I usually am. And I could feel it, and I kind of started getting into a ruminating process where I was thinking about all the things that had gone wrong in this past 24 hours and things like that. And it did definitely make it worse, for sure. And it wasn't until my drive home, actually, earlier today, much earlier today, that I had remembered what Spirit had said, and oftentimes even driving itself can be more of a meditative process. So it really hit me right then and there that the Spirit did give us the message, collective, that we are going to have moments that are a bit more testy than what we are used to, and it's all dependent on how we approach it, in terms of like the outcome and how long the negativity is going to last. And I had completely forgotten about it, wasn't really even thinking about it. I wasn't being intentional. Let's say that. I definitely was not being intentional. And it wasn't until hours later that I realized that I was really attaching myself to the negativity versus letting it go and letting it flow. So that is the confession that I want to share with you guys. And I hope that if that's the case for some of you in the collective that have had some challenges today and yesterday and the day before, that you've, as much as possible, right, you've opted to go a different route, maybe more neutral or even more positive, and have just detached yourself from the negativity. Because it definitely does make a difference. Definitely makes a difference. But when I came home, I immediately, I showered and things like that, did like a little water cleanse, and then also I cleansed the area with sage, and then lit some Palo Santo to bring back in the negative vibes. It was really like a reset for me. So I hope everyone's doing their best to take care of themselves during this time. So overall today we have confidence is your success, new moon in Leo. So let's get right into the reading there. It's all about ambition. Like I said, confidence could be Leo energy. It is Leo energy. However, it could be, you could be a Leo, you could be dealing with a Leo. Let's get some more details. And again, thank you for your consideration and time in both watching and, and listening. Shall we take them all, you guys? Okay. Ooh. Tower. Hanged Man. Emperor. King of Cups. I don't think there's enough room here. Let me see. Tower, Hanged Man, Emperor in reverse, King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and then the Knight of Pentacles here. Yep. So just as I was talking about having a different perspective, it's interesting that the first two cards that came out in this reading were the Tower Major Arcana, and also Hanged Man Major Arcana. So really big energies. I was called to use this traditional Rider-Waite tarot versus the Light Seers deck here. And what's interesting is the Tower in the Light Seers deck is it's quite peaceful. It's almost like a calm after the storm, whereas the Tower in the traditional deck is more so about like blood, death, destruction, things like that. So completely different vibration, different energy to this card. Because the Tower can be negative, it can also be positive. It's more so sudden, unexpected change. But taking in the imagery here, something negative and big has been happening to the collective, which makes sense with what I've been saying with the new moon in Scorpio, the solar eclipse here, and the Hanged Man. So Spirit again, very strongly is reminding us that we need to have faith and have a different approach and a different outlook to what's going on around us. So not for us to get bogged down by what's going on if it's something that's not, we don't see as being favorable, okay? Because it is taking us out of our Emperor energy. Okay, Major Arcana, again, just in the reverse. In the upright, the Emperor is someone who very much is on a path of diligence, very intelligent, someone who is revered in society oftentimes, and is able to be cold, but not necessarily in a negative way, but more so just knows what they want, how to get there, and will stop at nothing to get from A to B because it's in their best interest, okay? It's also partnerships, so someone who is very much a leader in a partnership, okay? A leader, and will with the armor here, I mentioned this in the reading yesterday as well, with the armor here, will fight for the things that they love and who they love, okay? But being in this tower energy without being in a Hanged Man energy, with looking at things from a very negative space, will actually pull us out of our power, pull us out of the Emperor energy, okay, when we're meant to approach things with love. Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting the sense that this is a person or a not a person or a particular event, but more so, again, a reminder from Spirit, communicating. Eight of Wands. So very quick communication from Spirit in terms of the Knight of Pentacles. Now, I know Pentacles is usually all about money, about finance, things like that, but Knight of Pentacles is one of the slower moving knights in terms of changes. So Spirit, thank you, Spirit. The universe is reminding us, collective, reminding us in many different ways. So a lot of different messages from Spirit coming in very fast. We just need to be able to be in a aura and an energy to recognize it. That if we are seeing ourselves in this tower moment here and we're attaching ourselves, latching onto it, that any change, any light at the end of the tunnel, as it were, is actually going to be slow in coming. Still steady, okay, but very, very slow in coming. Okay. Spirit, can we get some further clarification here? So we have confidence is your key to success. What would you like the collective to know about this particular time period? Yep. Focus on, oh, pardon me, sorry. That actually fell out upwards. I just picked it up backwards. Okay. So we have the Nine of Cups. So definitely all about bringing your energy back to yourself. So instead of watching what is going on around you outside, bringing all that energy back to your heart space, taking care of yourself. That doesn't mean just like physically, but looking out for your mental well-being, okay? So getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, speaking to others in terms of those that you love when it feels good, okay? So don't necessarily try to reach out of obligation or anything like that. It's not coming from a place of love at that point, but really pouring back into ourselves so that we feel fulfilled. You can see from the imagery with the Nine of Cups there, that person's found their personal treasure, something that makes them happy. So it's a lot of love to give with the, another Eight of Wands with the Nine of Cups there. A lot of love to give and a lot of joy is being felt. Okay. Then we have the Empress at the bottom. So during this time, it's important to keep in positive energies, collective, because you are literally creating your world. Thank you for the reminder, Spirit, here. Okay, so let's put these in order. We had 9 of Cups, 8 of Wands, and then this did fall out like this. Okay, needing to let go. Okay, so needing to pour back into ourselves with the 9 of Cups. Again, the communication is to drop, come to the end of the cycle, drop the burdens, drop the 10 of Swords, okay? And it will bring in the 10 of Cups. This passion here. Yeah, this passion with the King of Wands. Let me just move everything over. Yeah, so it's letting go in order to gain, okay? Not necessarily like that, like 1 and 2 or A and B, but letting things go, like forgiveness of ourselves for how we're reacting, how we might be reacting to negative situations as well is also part of the equation. Yeah, I'm getting it's more so, thank you, Spirit. So I'm getting that it's more so you're seeing things happen around you, collective, and they're things that you're not seeing as favorable to your experience, and being focused on is actually multiplying those particular negative experiences, okay? And it's giving energy out instead of pouring it back into ourselves. But again, with the double 8 of Wands here, serious communication from Spirit. Once we let go of these thoughts here, even with the imagery in the 10 of Swords, we have the 10 birds flying away from the character, right? So really a release, a letting go. So forgive yourself. You know, sometimes, especially in the spiritual community, because there is so much knowledge in the collective that's being passed back and forth, and we do often put that deliberate honesty into really mending ourselves, really looking at our past and trying to be at peace as much as possible with it. Okay, like coming away from the idea that hurt people, and really embracing the idea that hurt people only hurt others when they aren't healed. So a lot of healing in the community, and sometimes what it can feel like is that we take 10 steps forward and we feel like really high vibration, very, very proud of ourselves, not in an egoic way, but more so recognizing that we have come far and we are changing our habits and our patterns. And then just one day, like I was mentioning earlier in my own experience, one day something happens and we react in a way that's maybe part of our past patterns. And that can make us feel quite guilty, okay? I know today I wasn't necessarily proud of my own reaction. Not that I like yelled at anybody or anything like that, but I'm no longer, because I did meditate and I let the energy go as much as possible. But afterwards, like I said, on my way home here, it really hit me that, oh, I didn't need to respond like that. It was kind of an automatic reaction versus a response. But it's always a learning process, right? So just because there's some setbacks here and there doesn't mean we can't try again. And don't give up. Don't give up, Spirit. Spirit. Pardon me. Don't give up, collective. Okay. So if you are going through something right now, have confidence in yourself. Have faith in yourself. You know what? I was going to pull an oracle, but I'm getting called to pull the angel. Romance angels. Live for today. Butterflies. Big changes. Spirit, what would you like the collective to know? Retreat. Yep. Anything else, Spirit? So it's time to disconnect from the world. So some of you may be feeling like you would like to isolate yourself, not in a negative way, but then also, like I said, with the 9 of Cups energy here, pouring back into yourself. So even though there are 2 people here, and they're taking time to themselves to talk, to think, to do things like that, where they're connecting with each other, this can also be about you and your inner peace here. Taking the time to really take care of your well-being in all different areas. Okay, so you can fulfill that nine of Cups there. You can feel more fulfilled, and you can then feel more playful about life instead of serious and bogged down by it. Okay. Anything else, Spirit, that you'd like the collective to know? Okay, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Now, I know this is a romance card, but when I read release your ex, I almost said expectations. Like, release your expectations. Okay, so if there's something that you're hanging on to in terms of the outcome of this particular experience, whether it is something that you really, really want to happen, that's a positive outcome, or perhaps, again, you've attached yourself to the negativity that's happening, it's time to release that energy, okay, to clear it. So light some sage, have some Palo Santo, light some of that to bring in the positive energy. This smells fantastic. I love Palo Santo. Such a wonderful smell. Okay, so very much time to go inwards and do what makes you feel good. Okay, and if it means taking time away from social media, away from others, and just having some alone time to retreat into yourself, do what's needed. Do what feels right for your soul. Okay, Spirit, what is the final advice that you have for the collective here? And thank you for all your guidance. I definitely appreciate it. Ooh. A new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. Okay, very interesting, because what I'm getting, purple with the intuitive, and then also with, oops, the amethyst here, I'm getting more so, not necessarily romantic connection, but just to bring more attention to the scales here, I'm getting that after this period of turmoil, let's say, that balance is going to be brought to your life. Okay, if we keep coming from an approach where we're detached from the negativity here, so it's going to be a period of balance that's brought back, and it's going to create a new cycle in our lives. It's going to have a lot more healing to it. Okay, a lot more healing, and then purple with the intuition for sure. Alrighty, thank you so much for joining me, collective, and thank you for listening to my little rant at the beginning there. I definitely appreciate it. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you wish to. And as always, you can always share if you watch this reading, for example, and it resonates with you here and there, but then perhaps someone pops in your mind that that this message may be for. That's also a sign from Spirit to share the link, share the channel, share this particular reading or another reading if that happened at a different time as well. But if something resonates with you, oftentimes, especially with the collective, that those we have around us are at our same vibration, right? So if we benefit from a reading, whether that's my channel or another tarot reader's channel, it can be helpful to share the link so that everyone gets the message as much as possible. Whoever you think, whoever comes to mind or comes to your heart in this particular situation. Thank you so much, collective. Thank you, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care.